Breakfast can still be a meal that we celebrate during the holidays. Why not keep it festive with these gingerbread waffles? Let me show you how. So in a large bowl, I've measured out our dry ingredients, which includes 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon each of ground ginger and ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay, let's get on to the wet ingredients. Our wet ingredients includes 1/3 cup of molasses, along with 6 tablespoons of melted butter, which I melted earlier. I actually melted a full stick, which is 8 tablespoons. I'm gonna hold a couple tablespoons back just to brush our griddle and add the rest to the molasses. We'll stir in a couple of eggs after we give them a quick whisk up to lighten them. Two eggs right into our liquid mix. Okay, final assembly. I'm going to take our whisk and just mix together our dry ingredients so they're a little bit incorporated. And then I'm going to whisk in or fold in our molasses and butter combination. Make sure that all gets in there, along with the eggs. I've also poured out 1.5 cups of milk, which I've warmed slightly in the microwave, just so we're not adding cold milk to this. And so we'll add that along as well. All right, that's looking great. Oh, it smells so good too. It smells like gingerbread with the molasses and the ginger and the cinnamon. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of that reserved melted butter and just apply a little bit to our waffle iron so nothing sticks. A bit on the base. And then depending on the size of your waffle iron, it really depends on how much batter you scoop in. If you don't have a waffle iron, you can certainly make this into pancakes. But this takes about 1/2 cup to make one full waffle. And typically you work in the middle and let it sort of ooze out to the edges. And while our waffles bake off, let's talk about toppings. You could certainly rely on a standby like real maple syrup, or I like a dusting of powdered sugar, but to make it even a little bit better or more festive, by taking a mandarin or a little bit of lemon, we're gonna make a quick glaze. And I'm gonna start off by taking a little bit of the zest, squeeze in a few drops of the juice, and we'll give it a nice little stir until we have a good consistency of a glaze, maybe a bit more juice. Smells terrific. This recipe easily makes about 6 8-inch waffles, but I've purposely made a few half size or so because number one, somebody may not want a whole waffle, and secondly, I think they kind of look like snowflakes, so I like that look and presentation. I put a few mandarins on just for garnish, and we have our mandarin and sugar glaze ready, also some maple syrup and powdered sugar to make it look a little bit frosty. I hope you try making this gingerbread waffle recipe at home, and I hope you enjoy.